Welcome to my channel and Happy New Year, everyone. I'm hoping you're having a nice, relaxing holiday weekend. We'll get right started. I wanted to show you a few things that I got for the Christmas holiday. One I got from my friend Debbie Ducatz, and it is called We Are Memory Keeper Glitter Vacuum. This thing is absolutely adorable, and I'll try and find it in the link below. It has little eyeballs that are supposed to go on the front of it, and so I thought I would just put those eyeballs on with little pop dots. Isn't it adorable? And it just picks up all of your craft waste off of your desk, and it is so cute. This is how you plug it in. It goes right into your computer. It is, like I said, adorable. It's a must-have. Here's something that I bought myself, and it's a calligraphy pen with quills, and I thought the packaging was just amazing. I wanted to use some of this Indian ink and quill writing in my work, and so I just purchased this for myself, and it would make a great gift. Again, I'll try and find it and link it below, but it comes with all these great instructions on what quills to use. And it's got a little blank envelope and card that you could put in for a gift, but the box alone is super cute. So I thought that was really neat. We'll get started on this project. I'm actually going to do a winter book project with the snowmen on the front, and we're going to go ahead and cover this. Now, I covered this vintage book with gesso, and then I gave it a sanding after it was dry, and I did stamp some text on there. Now, this is one that I did for the spring, and this is a herb garden one, and I kept this myself. I thought that it was really neat. I made about 25 of these, and of course my excuse me, craft show was canceled. So this is what we're going to do today. This is on nature and a real outdoorsy one, and we'll do a cool one for the cottage in a few weeks. But this one we're going to do is a snowman, and these are just fronts and backs of the bags, gift bags that you get at the dollar store. So you get 2 of those, and the gift bags come 2 bags for $1, so 4 images. And aren't they adorable? This is the one that I'm going to use, and I went through my stencils and tried to pick out a few things that I thought would work for the background. This is called The World's Wild Shores, and it has beautiful pictures of animals and reptiles. So I think it will be a really fun gift. I was thinking this stencil because it kind of gave me a wintry feel, but I did go with the falling hearts because it is just absolutely adorable to go with these cute snowmen. So I was thinking stars, but in the end I went with the falling hearts. And we're going to get started. We're just going to use some modeling paste and a plastic palette knife, and we're going to go right ahead and put that on the book itself. I know it's white on white, so it's a little difficult to see here, but you will see the texture that comes up in future pictures. You can see it there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So we're going to clean up our supplies, and here is a basket of papers that when I clean off my desk, I throw it right in this basket. It's so nice to keep my desk clean this way. And when I was going through the papers, I found just the perfect ones that matched with this project. So I have this snowman and a few pieces of tissue paper. Now, this snowman came from unwrapping my cool vacuum from my friend Debbie, and I thought that the colors just went perfectly with it. and we're going to show you a little thing. These are fragments. They're plastic squares and rectangles, and I wanted to make a couple of these fragments. I thought I was going to use it for the project, but I did not use those fragments because I guess they were just too cute for the project. The project was cute enough on its own. So I'm being careful with my focal point here, the two snowmen, and I just cut it out of the front of that bag. Now I'm just ripping tissue paper, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down on the spine of my book. So I did wipe up the modeling paste that was on the edge there because I wanted that stripe to go right in the edge of the book. So I am using my matte gel. I'm going to put that down and place the tissue paper right in the spine of that book. I think it'll add the red stripe that we need here. Now I did this video all with audio, and I forgot to turn on my my microphone. So funny. I thought I was all finished. I went back to watch it and I had nothing. So be careful with your tissue paper. I was a little rough on mine. I'm sorry I'm off camera here a little bit, but it started to fall apart, and I was just being too rough with it. So reminder, be careful with your tissue paper. It is very fragile. And I just put it around the side of the book, and it was falling apart, so I just kind of pulled it off. We'll save some of the nice scraps for a future project, but I am setting that aside so that that modeling paste and gel medium gets to dry. Here I'm using glossy accents on my fragments. I've only done this once before, and I have way too much glossy accents on this piece. So you go ahead and you turn it over on your focal point that you want there. And I'm being real careful to get mine in the area that says "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." And then I have a tiny one here, and I'm going to go over that little cardinal because it is super cute. And I'm going to set these aside to dry. Now, note to self, like I said, this was only the second time I tried this, and these fragments by Tim Holtz have been in my stash for years. I bet you 3 or 4 years, and I've never even opened them. So note to self is that if you have this thin kind of wrapping paper, the red from the other side did show through a little bit. So you want to use something that's possibly a little bit thicker if you can. Now the wrapping paper was just so cute that I had to do the snowman and the cardinal. And like I said, I didn't use it in my project, but I have it laying on my desk, and I'm just in love. I wish I had a little more of this wrapping paper from Debbie, but she said that she was not willing to part with it, any of the scraps at this time. So I'll keep my eyes open for cute little wrapping paper with my gifts and throwing away trash. So put that in the back of your mind when you see cute wrapping paper. Throw it in your basket in your craft room and go ahead and save it, because it will come up from a different project. I'm using my catalyst tool, and I am smoothing down my focal point here of the snowman, and I will link this catalyst tool below. I use it all the time, and it's only a few bucks, and something nice to have in your stash. So I'm going ahead and adhering those snowmen to the book. Now here are the finished little they're called fragments, and I was gonna put it on there, but I just couldn't put it on there because the book was so cute, it did not need any more, so I'm going to save it. Now I'm just using some Deco Art fluid acrylic paint, and the color is cerulean blue. I'm going to put it down with some water, and I decided I could use a little bit more. I'm just making the heart snowflakes that are coming down pop out from the background, and just letting that water create the blue sky background, and I'm dabbing it up with my wet towel, and it makes a really, really cute background because the white from the modeling paste shows through, so it looks like it's snowing little hearts. How adorable is that? Going to give that a quick dry, and then I also found this little piece that was in my basket. It says "In Love." It was the perfect red that was pulling from the hats and the scarf of the snowmen. I put that down with my matte gel also. Grabbed out a stencil from Sean Petit, and I am going to use my green embossing paste and put on some of those really neat leaves, and they are from the stencil called Christmas Berries and Evergreen. So I put them right over the top of the image, and I decided that I needed 3. And I will, of course, link this stencil by Sean below, but I just used the one single holly leaf there and put that down, and it makes a really, really great piece of texture and dimension to the piece. Now here I was looking for ribbon in my stash. I liked how that looked on my spring books, and I found this red and white checked that is perfect for the wintry feel of this book. I think I will be giving this book as a gift to my friend Lily. She has a birthday coming up in January, and I've ordered her some tea, so it'll be a great little addition to her room. I'm using my potting soil archival ink, and I'm going to go around the edges to create that border, and I'm using that big sponge dauber. I probably would suggest to do this before you have the ribbon tied on it. I guess I just couldn't wait. I thought it was so neat. I wanted to put it on. So using the red berries, they're called Nouveau Crystal Drops. The color is autumn red, and I put down the berries, but I'm going to do that at the very end when I'm finished going around the image with my charcoal pencil. I'm using a 6B extra soft because I don't want to smudge that red berry when I put that down. So I will do that right at the end when I know I can leave the piece dry overnight. Going around the focal point, just adding those shadows in there where needed be, and this really makes the image pop. Super duper cute. And easy too. So just follow the lines that are there and smudge it with your finger. This is a 6B extra soft charcoal pencil by General. I will link it below, of course. It is definitely a must-have for my craft room, and it's always on my desk. Again, I would have put the ribbon on at the second to the end, but I was impatient and I wanted to see how it looked. So yeah, I'm really liking how this turned out. Super great holiday book. Now I would go to the library for the dollar sale. I did that in way back in before the pandemic, so who knows when that was, March, and they had a dollar sale that you could go and pick up books. Well, I picked up quite a few. I had no idea that, you know, the pandemic was going to happen and I wasn't going to be able to get back for any more books, but I would pick some up, you know, maybe at Goodwill or things like that, where you could do like Christmas books. It would be nice to have that Christmas book on the inside of this decor, but I didn't have any. I thought this was just fine. It's just going to be a little gift, and it's just to set out on your, you know, coffee table and just bring a little bit of cheer to your room for the winter. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this Christmas book. You know, you can keep out the winter ones all year round. So I'm really liking how it turned out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Check out the one that we're going to do for the cottage in upcoming videos. And Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Thank heavens that this year is over. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.